Most people only think about getting rich online, but it won't matter if you make a lot of money online but still have a broke guy habit. I've made 20k online and I've experienced it a lot in terms of good and broke habits. And these are the habits that I would avoid to maximize my results and peace of mind and scale my business and achieve any amount of money that I want. To start with, the first habit that I want to talk about is chasing women. Look, I do have nothing wrong with dating while grinding for your success, and this is not supposed to be another motivational video or anything like that, but for my experience, I've noticed that chasing women while building my business made me very distracted. Why? Because the energy that you use chasing women, it's too much. Like when you chase a woman, it's like too much stuff. And not to talk about that, you will lose money during this period of chasing women, and this money you could reinvest into your business and all kinds of sort of that. So I would put chasing women on S tier because it's one of the things that made me broke. If not the main thing that made me broke, I will say to you, it's chasing women. And I'm gonna tell you that chasing women is gonna make you broke as fuck, and it's not gonna worth it. Like, just leave women for a moment while you will be more prepared. I'm not saying the moment where you will be rich, but the moment where you will be more prepared, like where you have nothing to lose if you chase women. Like if you chase women, you will lose the energy that you could be spent on your business. But like, yeah, you are maybe make like 10k or 15k, not too much, but yeah, it's good. You can lose a little bit of this money just because some woman, because maybe the woman will make you stronger or will make you go backwards. But there's phases where you can chase women and there's phases where you can't chase women. So I would recommend to you avoid chasing women, focus on yourself, build yourself for a while, and step out from the dating game. And stepping out for the dating game has been working like magic for me. I'm happy. I never thought that I would be happy stepping out of the dating game and not dating any woman. And the second thing that I would put an S tier that made me broke is like constantly binge watching videos on YouTube about self-improvement, about making money online. And the problem is not learning in itself from this video. The problem is binge watching from this video and accumulating a lot of information. Like when you watch too much videos, the more videos you watch, the more information you get, the more overwhelmed you get, because you won't practice all of this stuff that you are seeing online. And to get any results from these things that you are seeing online, you gotta pick these things and put into practice. And I used to binge watch every kind of video and not apply anything. Even if you do apply, if you watch more than 3 YouTubers that talk about the same thing or talk about different advices, you are already doing wrong. So I have a video that I talk about this, and you can check in the card up here. And it's a video that I would recommend to you to only watch 3 creators only if you want to improve your online business journey, because if you get too much information, you're gonna get overwhelmed. I have experienced this with myself, and I would say like 3 creators only is enough. I'm following the same creator since like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and I'm happy about it. I'm just not going to watch a lot of tips or videos online anymore because it makes you broke. It's a lot of information. You lose energy, you lose time, because you will end up buying courses that you don't even need. So it's the second thing that I would put as a thing that made me broke. And then the third thing that made me broke, and before talking about this third thing, I want to talk to you that I'm building a skill community where I'm helping people build leverage so they can start making money online, especially with content creation and the way I made money and monetize at 400 followers on X Twitter. If that's what you want, make money with content creation, it'll be with writing and selling your skills, then join my community below. It's free and you will find a lot of handful people that will help you there. And going to the third thing, it's focusing on volume instead of consistency. And I'm gonna put David Goggins here, not because of that, but David Goggins is the guy that talks about value, stay hard, and all kind of stuff. Nothing against David Goggins, but I want to talk something about volume that happened in my journey. And the thing that happened is I used to focus too much on volume and not on consistency. So there were days or the weeks that I would do more, and there were days and the weeks that I couldn't maintain the same pace that I did. And the problem is, if you can only do your best only once a week or twice a week, and then you cannot maintain this consistency for a long period of time, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and 4 months, then what's the point? What's the point? You are not making progress if you cannot maintain the same stuff for 30, 60 days and 90 days straight without stopping it. So not focus on consistency and focus on volume made me broke, because I used to like do a lot today and feel like shit, I'm making progress. I did XYZ today, and then tomorrow I couldn't maintain the same pace. I couldn't do the same pace. And over time, I kind of started to like be happy with volume instead of consistency. And this over time ruined my progress overall, because I was so focused on the volume that I was doing instead of consistency, and I lost so many opportunities and money from this. So if you're starting your online business journey, if you want to make money online, if you want to improve your financial situation, bro, avoid volume. Avoid focusing only on volume. Focus on consistency and volume at the same time. If the two are not in pace, then it won't matter how much volume you do if you cannot be consistent with it. So yeah, this is one of the things that made me broke and as tired. These are the trees, and I'm starting with special stuff here. There are gonna be more S in 8 years, but I just don't want to waste your time here and leave the good stuff for the end. So that's why I started with the good stuff. Then there's another thing that made me broke, and that it's good, but people label it as so good as from it is. Like, it's going to the gym. Like, going to the gym is good, but people exaggerate on the focus and amount of time and energy that you should put into it. To me, going to the gym is more about consistency, you see. If you stay more than 2 hours in the gym, if you work out for like 2 to 3 hours, bro, if you work out have more than 1 hour and 30 minutes, bro, you are just wasting your time there. Because look, what are you going to gym for? Like, I go to get a consistency good shape, and I want to be rich, and I don't want to get jacked and not rich. And the problem is, if you spend 2+ hours or more than 1 hours and 30 minutes, you're just wasting time that could be dedicated into your business, into other areas of your life. Why do I say this if going to the gym is so important? And I talked in one of my videos that going to the gym is one of the best ways of doing Lex Maxi. I talk this because your focus right now is becoming rich. Your focus right now is not becoming the best jacket guy possible. You want to be jacket, I want to be jacket, but I'm not trying to be the best possible version of jacket that I can be, because my focus right now is becoming rich, and your focus right now is becoming rich. So you're not gonna spend a lot of time and energy in the gym because it's not your focus, but you want to be consistent with it, because you need to be consistent with the gym, because over time the gym results will compound. You'll get jacked even if you do not put like 2 hours plus a day. All you need to do is understand that gym right now is not your priority. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't focus a lot in the gym, and I'm having a good shape. Thanks God, I do have a good shape, and I do love my shape that I'm getting without being like obsessed about gym. And I'm getting like a very good shape, and I would recommend to you, if gym is not your focus, bro, just don't lose time with this, bro. Just don't lose. You just focus on your business, focus on your friendships, focus on your social life, focus on anything but else business. When you are well prepared, like you are making a consistent income and all kind of stuff, you can dedicate more time to the gyms and other your hobbies. Like me personally, I just like the gym because it gives me a good shape, but I don't think I enjoy it too much. But yeah, I need this shape, bro. I need this shape. The next thing that I want to talk about is reading self-help books. And the self-help books is kind of tricky because sometimes they do help and sometimes they don't help. And I'll put this in a C tier because they helped me a lot, but at the same time, they made me broke. Reading books is okay. Reading books is good. Reading books brings you knowledge. Reading books is good. I won't tell you that it's bad. But the problem is, like, there is too much information these days that sometimes I used to focus on reading 2 to 3 books a month, but not applying it. I would prefer to read 1 book in 2 months and apply everything that it's in the book, instead of reading 1 book or 2 books a month and not applying any. And that's the problem that I want to talk. It's not only about applying, it's about overload of information. I do think that self-help books are good if you read once a month, and if you want to keep reading books, just search another category of book. Read fantasy books, read fiction books, read anything else, but not self-help books, because self-help books has a limit, bro, because you need to apply. You need to pick the information, put out there and apply. And if you're reading too much self-help books, you're going to only to stack information, not to talk about that you are probably doing courses on how to make money online, and you are probably doing another kind of stuff. You have no 9-to-5 job. So don't be overwhelmed by books, self-help books. Just read once a month, see whatever you need to apply it, and just don't get too obsessed with this, because this used to make me broke, because I used to read all kind of stuff of books and not apply anything. And I ended up piling a lot of books that I didn't read and I didn't apply, and I regretted it. But I'm happy because I learned this huge lesson, because reading alone won't save you, bro. Living alone won't save you. So you need to apply what is in the book and relax, enjoy the journey, bro. That's all that you need to focus on, not stress about anything else. And moving on to the next one, I want to talk about not getting a mentorship sooner. And I've realized the power of getting a mentor last year in 2024, and I will tell you, like, don't waste your time on courses. If you can, waste your time on mentors. They are the best investments you can probably do. And why? Because mentors can give you a step-by-step guide on what you need to improve. And when you are watching a course or anything else and you're watching the videos, normally people are like giving giving you common advice, but sometimes everyone experience, everyone statistics, everyone data of what's working is different. And having a mentor that understands, for example, how to grow on YouTube, looking at your profile, looking at your stuff, and giving you direct guiding steps is much better than anything else. Mentor can even help you write scripts for you. He can write some scripts for you. He can edit some videos for you. He can write some expos for you if he has the power to. But having a mentor is the best investment that you can make, because he will guide you into the fire, into everything that you're struggling with without any stress. And it's best because when you are doing your course, you still have to think for yourself. You still have to figure things out. And with a mentor, you don't have to figure nothing out. He's gonna figure for you and give to you. And along the way, he will teach you how you can surpass the difficulty that you are struggling with too. And that's why I would put an A tier not getting a mentor sooner, because I wish I could get a mentor sooner, because my journey would be so much easier today. The next thing that I want to talk about is the shiny object syndrome, or as people say, the woman in the red dress. The woman in the red dress is simply like constantly looking for the next opportunity as a special one. And this happened to me a lot with business ideas. So I would be jumping on, for example, into drop shipping, let's say, and then I would see another opportunity, another guru talking about another business opportunity, and then I would jump straight into that new one business opportunity, and then I would jump into the new one business opportunity, constantly changing my business opportunities and constantly changing also my decisions. This goes not to online business, but this goes to decisions. If you do make some decisions, or if you are doing some online business, you cannot change just because someone is presenting you a new one. And the best way to solve this woman on red dress syndrome is understand which kind of business you want to play long term instead of short term. Because if you are playing a game that has been working since 2020 or since 2015, like for example YouTube, Iman Gaji, Alex Hormozi, everyone has been doing YouTube since the old days. And if you keep doing YouTube, you don't need to worry about any other business. You're just gonna chill and focus on the stuff. And if you do need quick money, man, get a 9-to-5 job. It's easier to make more money or quick money from 9-to-5 job than from an online job. From an online job, there are possible ways to make money online, but yeah, you will have to invest a lot of money to make quick money. And I believe if you want fast money and you don't have money to invest, like, don't waste your time. So avoid a woman in the red dress. Make a decision of a business that will last longer, that you will do for a long period of time, and then bet on this business opportunity. That's all you need. So that's all that I would be doing. And everything in my journey got so much complicated because the woman of the red dress. Because I would constantly seek new opportunities that ended up distracting me and ended up making me chasing the wrong business opportunities that I didn't want. I just was interested in the quick cash. And I would recommend you to avoid this. And going on to the next thing that made me broke, I would put this a D, but is hanging out with the wrong type of friend. And I'm not saying that you should only hang out with like people on self-improvement or people that want to be rich. I do think that it's okay to hang out with everyone, but be careful about people or groups that might try to force you into getting into their bubble. Because I do think that friendship is something very complicated. I don't think that you should exclude a group and only hang out with a single group of like rich millionaires or anything like that, but you should avoid people with bad energies. That's what I would talk about and say. Like, I think that the thing that made me broke was hanging out with people with bad energy, like really bad energy. These people didn't want to see me grow. These people want to see me go down. Like, they like their life is not doing okay, and they also want my life not doing okay. They're this kind of people. You need to be aware of these people, that they're not trying to see you well. Like, they're just trying to take things away from you. Like, it's a very transactional relationships, and I've suffered a lot from very transactional relationships. So today I'm more careful about my friendships. So it's not about who is on self-improvement, who is grinding to make money or not, but it's about who is energizing you and who is making you feel good, pushing you to move forward, and who is not. It's more about that. It's not about what they do with their life. It's about how they do with your currently friendship. That's why I put in a D, because there are people that I did enjoy going out, and they're not on self-improvement or anything kind of that. They're just enjoying their life. And it's kind of like what I'm trying to talk about. Just don't be close in a group of friends that are only rich millionaires, because like that's kind of weird. Hang out with everyone, but make sure that you are hanging out with the right people still. And then let's go to the next one that made me broke. And this is kind of tricky because everyone talks about this, and it's about habit trackers and constantly setting goals. And habit trackers and constantly setting goals, I would put in a B, because if you do it right, you can achieve whatever it's in your habit trackers and goals. But the problem is a lot of people get overwhelmed by setting goals and tracking habits than actually doing the work. And that's what happened with me. I used to be constantly setting habits trackers, goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, year goals, 5-year goals. I had all kind of goals possible, and this made me broke, because the point is that I used to waste so much energy and time worrying about my goals instead of getting the results of my business. And this is so much overwhelming, because you see, weekly you have to do goals, monthly you have to do goals, and you set up like 5 to 10 goals. Like you set on a huge amount of goals. Even if you set 3, what I would recommend to you is just set one big goal. Like for example, you want to achieve 10,000 subscribers this year. Okay, good. And the only thing that I would recommend to you is setting like monthly goals, like this month I want to achieve 100 subscribers, this month I want to do X1 kind of videos, and then go. I don't recommend you doing weekly or exaggerating too much. You can do different kind of habits, like different kind of goals. Like for example, one habit is for YouTube, one habit is like for financial goals, and one habit is like for your life goals. Simple as that. Diversify them. Don't make your life based on work personally only. Just diversify your goals, diversify your life, because you need to enjoy life and you need to enjoy the stuff. Just don't overstress setting 5 goals, 10 goals that you need for this, for the next 5 years, for this month. Just set as less as you can and focus on doing the work, focusing on achieving the things that you want to. Then I do have one of the things that made me broke. I would put this B tier also, because this is about cold showers. As you can see in the photo, it's about cold showers and morning routines. I'm putting in a B because morning routines and cold showers most part of the times don't do a damn thing. They're just waste of times. What worked best for me was waking up and going straight to work. And the problem with cold showers and morning routines is that when you complete your cold showers and morning routines, they give you a fake sense of progress. Instead of your work be the thing that gives you a sense of progress, your morning routine, your cold showers be the thing that makes you satisfied, good, happy, like good stuff to do. And most part of the times you will get stressed with following your morning routine or your cold showers instead of getting stressed of not doing the work. And I do think that they're just energy vampires that are going to distract you, and they're going to make you broke over time, because your focus should be on your business, your focus should be on your life, and all of this will take you an energy, and all this energy I could be focusing on my business, bro, instead of all of this weird stuff. And then one of the things that made me broke also was, this is gonna be a little bit controversial, but I gotta talk, and it's about prayers and meditation. First, I'm gonna talk about meditation. I think that they work, but you don't need a lot of time to dedicate to meditations, bro. And if you do want to get rich, you don't need to meditate, bro. There's a lot of ways you can meditate. You can go play golf, you can apply to swimming, you can apply to a very relaxing sport. You don't need to sit down and just close your eyes and be like, oh god. I don't think that it's a waste of time if you do want to get rich, because it's not going to improve your mental health or anything like that. I've tried, I've done consistently meditation for over 14 days, and man, it's not worth the effort, man. There are a lot of better things to focus on and do instead of meditating to get that peace of mind. And about prayers, I want to say to you that if you pray too much, by my experience, I used to pray too much and not do the work, God won't do any magic, bro. If you don't put the effort in, if you don't put the action in, if you don't put whatever you need to put in, God won't do the magic. And I do think that praying without the working, without fully dedication, is just like self-masturbation. Because I've seen a lot of people in religion contests, because I'm also religious, that they do pray for stuff that they don't do as much effort as they need to. And therefore, that's the only thing that I do want to see, is like praying for your success, if you're not doing the work, is meaningless. If you're not truly focused and dedicated on your craft, it's meaningless. And it's going to only make you broke because you will have a hope of things that are not even promised to you by God. And yeah, and the last thing that I want to talk about is listening to advice from friends and family that are not where you want to be. And I'm gonna put this an 8 here because I have come to this experience of listening to family advice or listening to kind of these people advice from people that are not where I want to be. And you should listen advice from everyone, but you should not listen advice from people that are not where you want to be. And why? Because it's not because of internet advice, but because of these people will give you a way of how they got where they are in their life. And if you want to end up where they got where they are in their life, okay, good, listen to their advice. But if you don't want, don't listen to their advice. Close your ears and just don't worry. Even if they see that, man, you were doing something wrong in life and yada yada yada, man, don't waste time with them. They're going to guide you to the path that will guide you to where they are in life at this current moment. And if you don't want to end up where they are, close your ears, focus on your business, and focus on whatever you want to achieve. And I've talked about all of these habits. I've solved most of them. And if you're struggling to solve any of these habits, if you have experienced one of these habits and you are struggling, I want to offer you a free help on my school community. I do have a link to a chat call, a consultation call where I can help you for free in solving one of these problems. So if you do think that, yeah, man, I'm struggling a lot with chasing women, I can stop. Like, I do need help. I do need someone to talk to. You do have me. I'm gonna be open in my school community, not only me, but other people, high value people that are there, so you can join there. And as for the rest, I do recommend you to comment anything else, anything that you have thought about, so that I can give you a free extra help in the comments. And that's all for today's video.